Live now. We have load shedding. So may I hlupha network, please do not be surprised. But in Tozani, amen kwabazalwane. Promises that I wasn't well today. Hence why I thought, okay, let me just try and do this this video at about 6. I wasn't feeling too great, but yeah, I hope ukuthi ngivela kahle ngezwakala and all is clear because ngiyacabanga ukuthi ngiyabona ukuthi kumnyama ingababa. It is load shedding. So yes, nje angisheshe ngivusela bakithi engihamba nabo ogatsheni ubona benyathi ubusuku kompo ngezingelwayo nina abandla kuzindle ekhanga bisole bolisi zothi ziyolosuku lomuntu amayisitha ithi nakwisithunywa sami ke sengiphethe ke obhungane ngoba konke engikwenzayo ngikwenza ngabo. Yes, so nje I know I've had questions during the day today. I had a few questions come through that they wanted me to address on this live, but ngizozama ukuthi nje ngajase sekuzofika isiphetholeni sevideo. Okay, perfect. Ngiyabonga mekuthi ngiyangizwa and ngiyangibona. Yes, zalukwazi zami ninamakhehla ami bazalwane bami. Ngithi nje angidlulisa ukubonga. I am seeing you guys come through and join my channel. Niba my members, out to all the people that are joining my channel and are becoming members. I think, as I said, Pambilini, there are 3 different memberships. There is again, Mike. That's normally funny now, but there's Impanda supporters, Impanda members, and but sometimes I know imali utsinkwazi ukuthi nje ngikhokhele for a specific dream consultation. But if you are part of my members, then kune indlela engihlele ngayo ukuthi ke nama terms and conditions obviously ukuthi ngikwazi ukuthi ke nginike ke dream consultation, but you have to be members and you do get a 20% discount on my products that you order from the site. So those are for my members. So nje ngiqhubeka kanjalo nje ningisupporte uthando lwenu ngiyal-appreciate unina nonke that support my channel, and please do continue to subscribe. So yes, subscribe, like, notifications. All right, just to go into things, ne? All right, so I wanted to speak on the second type of isithunywa, ne? Especially isithunywa esiphakama emanzini. All right, so isithunywa samanzi, so to speak, even though singasho ukuthi most yey'thunywa sekuvela imikhuba yami yokuthanda uCandy Crush la. So yeah, so isithunywa samanzi, ne? Ngijoya ngisho ingqondo yami kuyi-off ramp. But yes, so isithunywa lesiphakama emanzini, isithunywa samanzi, isithunywa esidonsa amandla noma esivusela amandla so kahle emanzini. That's the second type of isithunywa that we have to deal with today, ne? And leso sithunywa, I'm speaking now specifically on isithunywa esihamba sodwa. So angikhulumi ngesithunywa esihamba nedlozi, ngikhuluma ngesithunywa specifically esihamba sodwa. So sifake izembatho ezikhombisa ukuthi cha, mina ngisithunywa kuphela, angihambi nedlozi, angihambi nemoya yabadala, ngihamba ngiyi-one, ngihamba ngimina nje ngisithunywa, ezwa ngumthandazi or ngumprofeti. Okay, so I'm gonna say this very clearly, and honestly speaking, angifuni ukuthi si debate in my comment section about it. If you want to debate ngicela uye elsewhere, baningi abalaphi on YouTube that do content. Ne? I go to some STIs, but mina, I know this for a fact. Number one, isithunywa esihamba sodwa esukuthi ngumthandazi mina noma ngumprofeti mina. Leso sithunywa esigunquza sodwa nje asukufaka ubuhlali. Siqale lapho. Asikho ubuhlali, ubuhlali nje does nothing for it. Ne? 2, isithunywa esihamba sodwa esigunquza sodwa esithi mina ngumthandazi noma ngumprofeti. Leso sithunywa leso, there's never a time weseshisa impepho. Asikwenzi lokho. Ne? So asufaka ubuhlali, asishisa impepho. 3, isithunywa esihamba sodwa esigunquza sodwa with no imimoya yabadala or umoya wedluzi. Isithunywa asifaki ibhali. I don't care what you've heard or what somebody has said. Umthandazi thandazi, umprofeti profeti, ohamba yedwa as umoya wesithunywa. That person does not wear ibhali, does not wear ubuhlali, does not shisa impepho. In fact, these 3 things that I have named, ziyamcindezela. Ne? So ngizoyibamba lapho when it comes to identifying and understanding what isithunywa esihamba sodwa. What I mean by that, it does not do anything that relates or touches on idlozi. And the lesi sithunywa that I speak of specifically as well, alushaya ukhambi. Ukuthi uphehla umuthi nje, into umuthi into ukhambi cha, asithinti. Isithunywa lesi esihamba sodwa. Into endethi muthi asuthinti. Idlozi. Because even when it comes to healing, molapha leso sithunywa, imvamisa, they don't really connect with umuthi. Imvamisa, they only connect with iwasho. So when you're healing that person, ohamba nesithunywa esikanjalo, 100% uconnecta neswasho. Akawuthinta umuthi, akawuthinta ukhamba. Hence why now we have people coming in abathi mina ngalashwa ngamanzi. Amanzi anjani ayisiwasho ngoba the minute I pray as a healer, whether I'm a healer in the form of isithunywa or a healer in the form of isangoma, ne? The minute I pray for water and I give it to you, that is now isiwasho, right? So you have people that will say, "Hayi mina ngashwa ngamanzi kuphela," because your people connect with amanzi. Your people connect nezithunywa, and they are able to get healing through izimo ezenziwe yizithunywa. All right? So that's that. Then you have people saying, "Hayi mina ngikaze ngikudla umuthi, but ngiyabona izinto nje, ngiyabona nje ngiyakhonjiswa." Because why? Alikhili idlozi, alikhili isithunywa. You have those specific people that connect ethunyweni, that do not need anything that touches on idlozi or usiko. Okay? Those people also don't necessarily require ukuba nomsamu, but they require to kuba nendawo that is considered like a place of cleanliness, a place of solitude, a place where they pray. Yeah, okay. So you can say that out loud.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a place to pray, yabo, that will never have anything so in or doing anything that stains it. Yabo, you don't even go into that place when you're in as a woman, when you go into your periods or when you've given birth or things like that that are considered ikhathi zokuzila noma moshonelo angeni kulezo indawo uyayibona, because why ususesimeni sokuzila senzila And lesisithunywa does not play with you. It requires such level of cleanliness that if there is one thing that stains it, it will literally immediately start to react. So it will immediately start to react. Kube ngathi futhi kuyakuhlehlela, kube ngathi izinto azicaci kahle, kube ngathi kwawena kunesimo sokuthi engathi izinto uyaphambaniselwa kanti sona is reacting to isimo sokungcoliswa. It requires such level of purity. Yabo. So mohamba nesithunywa kanjalo usuke uhluphekile because it will demand so much of you. So much of you spiritually, and imvamisa lifuna ngisho uzile ngisho ukudla, where you know when I speak of ukuzila ukudla, when I say ukuthi okay, you don't eat from like 6 to 6, uyabo, yona will actually require you to not eat the whole day. Like, I mean, from the moment you start your prayers. For example, if today is isuku lakho lesithunywa, right? Like me. Okay, Wednesday, because isuku lethunywa imvamisa, it's a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Saturday, and a Sunday. Those are the 4 days that are usually assigned to isithunywa, depending on ukuthi isithunywa sakho si connect up. And the reason why I count a Saturday is because kuneyithunywa ezisabathayo. And those that obviously abasonto ekuphakameni or abasonto kashambe, they will understand mengithi kuyasabathwa. All right? I'm just going to quickly go Amagumakhosi, Tsamagu Salkwazi. Thank you for letting me, you guys can hear me and see me. Okay, I think you shouldn't use YouTube reminders because it still shows as if you're live, is scheduled and hasn't started. I don't think people are aware that you're alive. Oh, thank you for letting me know. But thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know, Kesh. All right. I think I'm on then shooting. I need to remove the reminders because king. Anyway, as I was saying, okay. Isithunywa lesi will require ukuthi if today is usuku lakho lesithunywa. That means the moment you wake up at 3 a.m., as when at that day, you are not going to eat. So 3 a.m., awudli. 6 a.m., awudli. Kuyozukuba 12 supper. 12 midnight. Uyozuqala the following day. So from 12 a.m., let's say, from 12 a.m. midnight yesterday, midnight yesterday or midnight today, when anje awuthinta ukudla because kube midnight today kube ngakusasa. So that means you'll only start eating at from 6 a.m. tomorrow, right? So kuneyithunywa kanjalo. I have to say this, seeing this up close and personal, like for example with my grandparents, my grandmother and my grandfather, they used to go a whole 7 days with no eating, no drinking. Now, as I said, this is old school ukuzila ukudla, you know, of which I wouldn't advise people to do, especially now that people have so many medical issues. No asthma, no BP, na part of sugar, una this, una that. So I wouldn't advise it. I mean, personally, I can't do it because I get cranky when I haven't eaten. And so I shouted at everybody in the house, hey, don't expect those things of me. So I have to eat and I need meat when I start getting to that level of crankiness. So yeah, they usually require ukzila, and they won't zila just that one day in the week. They'll usually bazila today, bayozila Sabbath as well. So you'll find some people having to zila for like 4 days, or some having to ukzila for 3 days. They require such a level of purity and connecting, because I think I once said this, there are things that weaken the body so that the spirit can take over. It's like mopem ukwai, right? Mopem ukwai isnef. It does that. It literally weakens your body to a level where sangathi ungancika or you can lie down. And when you're in that state, then amadlozi come through. They come through with visions. They come through with a bonakaliso, whatever the case may be. They just come through showing you things because you're now in a weakened state, needing to drink excessively so that they can be in that state of they are here but they're not here, so that amadlozabo can take over, of which is a bad habit because that means you know. But if you're somebody that just gives them enough of what they need, then they'll never put you in that state of but yeah, sikolab. Then what else does this? Ukuzila so ukuzila ugwayi, notshwala. Those are usually the things that make your body in a state of weakness, so that umoya can take over and be able to do or connect the way it needs to connect for whatever reason. Okay, so isithunywa ke lesi esinganadlozi, esingahamnadlozi, esingahamna moya abadala. Leso sithunywa will make you uzila ukudla so that izokwazi ukuthi sithathe over and sifuna ukukuphatha kakhulu leso sithunywa and sifuna uqhubeka umsebenzi waso ngendlela eyisimanga. Imvamisa abantu abaneleso sithunywa kanjani, baneleso sithunywa sokusebenza abantu. It's not a sithunywa for home, because you also need to understand this. Kunesithunywa sasekhaya sokuthi wena like a person uzoba nomuntu oyisangoma bese kuba nomuntu onabadala that just needs to have igobongo, but abadala bayafika ke nalo muntu onegobongo mhlambe and show them things. Esithunyweni there's something like that as well. When sasekhaya nje uzothandaza ekhaya, you'll never be required to go and heal people. You'll never be required to go and uyohlola abantu, uyoprofeta abantu or anything like that. It's just isithunywa to do whatever that they will probably show you. Ukuthi no, we need you to pray for us. The mhlambe umthandazo wakho helps the family, things like that just push you forward in the confinement of umndeni. Yeah, or like you are the type of person, let's say, is the type of person that we will call a prayer warrior. When you're in a problem, when they pray for you, they make you feel a lot better, or when you ask them to pray with you, it can help you through whatever your situation is. So their sunya is confined within that space of family, and people that they have a spiritual connection with, like friends. Because you can have a spiritual connection with umganako, or abantu phila nabo, even your husband or your girlfriend if you're a guy. So kubi into kanjalo ne. Yabo kubi into kanjalo. So lesi sithunywa ke lesi semanzini or esiphakamiswa ngamanzi. Lesithunywa imvamisa sihamba amanzi kakhulu. So you'll find that person ehamba imfula, ehamba isiba even, and isiba imvamisa uhambisa ukuthi mhlambe fanele ayobhabhadisa abantu or things like that. So usually you'll find a person or umshumayeli, umuntu ebandleni, then they will be the person ozohamba endaweni enjengesiba ukuhlambulula abantu mhlambe noma nokubabhabhadisa. All right, so bahamba isiba, bahamba impophoma, bahamba ulwandle. Okay, so these are the bodies of water they go to, and this is what I will say, because I was asked earlier today to actually advise ukuthi isithunywa sile siphakanyiswa kanjani and so forth. I must give details. I've come to realize that a lot of people don't know anything about ithunywa. They might say they do, but they don't. Then I found out that some people come to my channel to get information and then just repurpose that information, of which I don't have a problem with. But when you repurpose the information and you keep information, so it's very compact. I nabelwanga le information and full the full picture of ukuthi menginento kanje fanele wenze kanje, menginento kanje fanele wenze kanje. There are certain people, there are things that you adjust based on their background or inkinga abafika nazo. So I don't want to put anybody in a position ukuthi alashe, because I've now had people coming to me saying kunabantu abazenza mina, of which honestly I don't care for. Anginandaba, anginasikhathi leyo nto, but I have an issue when lo muntu eselapha abantu with the information that I'm giving, because the information I'm giving is very compact. Ayiningi ukuthi ungakwazi ukuthi usiza abantu ngayo. Yeah, it's just for you to gain a little bit of understanding, so that you kind of, when I said fuku ohamba nale ithunywa, can kind of find a box that you fit in, so that was ukuthi roughly fanele ulinde lizime kanje that you need to be dealing with, or you need a healing on. So hence why angikwazi ukuthi into eningi naba, because angifuna umuntu othwasa online. Akuthwaswa online, isithunywa asiphakanyiswa ngevideo. Uyayibona lento? You need to go and consult and understand all that you need as a spiritual being, as a spiritual person, as a person that needs to walk with your ancestors, or walk with ingelosi zakini. Ne? So I hope I'm clear on that. Hi Gabi, but saying fundile is fundu, no, let me not divulge too much that's gonna give people the understanding which is sebengayo lapha bantu ngale information. More funny information, I'm not one that is selfish with it, but also guide and bazokhona ukuthi bangikhanyisele. So that I respected, because ube ne understanding ukuthi okay, I can't deal with this, I need somebody that has better knowledge. Yeah, but instead of taking information here and helping people with it, when unfortunately bazalwane mina ngiyabaita, yabo ngishama baita, yabo anginiki information ephelele ukuthi ungakwazi ukuthi usize omunye umuntu. So ngiyangixwayisa ukuthi please don't go helping other people with the information that I'm giving here, because it's compacted, it needs more guidelines, and it needs more understanding, especially on a spiritual level. Okay, let me just go to the questions before ngiqhubeka nalento engishoyo. Shaba look busy looking ngithi ngefone. Okay, so Gogo, Monesithunywa is ngawo na. Okay, all right. The Mpepo thing, I actually had somebody here that I had advised in the Mpepo. The Mpepo thing is tricky because Mpepo can be used saswasho, right? But it also falls under izinto zedlozi. So now, if you're gonna be doing things, if abantu bakho baphakeme enough to guide you fully, and ukwazi ukuthi uzenze izinto, then 100% do them. But if you're going to be doing things based on ukuthi wezwa kuthiwa, yabo, I'd advise against it, because it becomes very tricky if you're on your own and you're doing things without fully understanding what channels are you now opening and how to deal with them. Because khona izinto ezivukuza ezinye izinto ezilele. Am I using that word right?
Yeah.
Okay. There are things that awaken other things, you know. So sometimes, you know, when they let sleeping dogs lie, right? Kunezinto that they are sleeping within you. But then you'll do something and it will awaken everything at the same time. So kunento othola ukuthi isathuli kuwena, and then you do something specific and then ivukuza into ezilele. I've had somebody, I remember one time about 3 years ago, ngayogeza umuntu elwandle, ne? Mengimgeza because ngibona there was something that I was seeing in that person. Ngabona the only place that they'll be able to kind of like cleanse that specific thing that I was seeing was ulwandle. So when I took them to ulwandle ngamgeza, kwavele kwavuka idlozi. Yayibona. Kwavuka idlozi. I can't even explain the situation because I don't want the person to know I'm talking about them, but kwavuka idlozi lakhe. and it hadn't happened before. Okwamanje wayeba nje nezinto ezikhombisa esimeni sesithunywa, and that person had never had any experience or any kind of revelation showing isimo sedlozi. So ngathi ngimhlambulula elona olwandle kwavela nalesimo sedlozi. So into kanjalo ukuthi you can do one thing of which is good, it's great, but then it awakens other things within you. So impepha into kanjalo, impepha also use it with caution ukuthi mukuthi you know what you are doing and you are prepared for whatever is going to come with it, then equipped as well. Please tread carefully. I always say consult first. Go to your healer, consult before you start doing them on your own. Yes, there are things that you can do on your own, but there are things that need you to do them under a guidance, so that awumoshi noma awuvusi izinto ade zingakuhluphi, because kubuhlungu ukuhlushwa izinto when you're not prepared to deal with them at that moment. All right? Okay. Thokoza agogo ngicela ukubuza kwenziwa yini when you are able to fast and pray for people and they always, and I mean always, get the things you help them pray for, but I cannot unlock my own things. Oh. Bazalwane, please understand, when we speak of isiThunywa, we are not speaking of a spirit that thinks for itself. It's a selfless spirit. I've explained this before. isiThunywa is so selfless. isiThunywa is one spirit that doesn't look out for itself. It looks out for other people. It ensures that other people get what they need from you. It does not say, okay, what am I going to benefit out of this situation? Hence why you'll find I saw a video today that kind of irritated me. But when you go to, it was an ad, by the way. I mean, I don't watch healers. I don't have time for it because I don't need anything confusing the ancestors that speak within me. But yeah, I saw this video and it was just talking about, it was an alcohol video. And it was just talking about some stuff. And then it said something about monetary value in ukuthi izangoma nazo sanamhlanje zithanda imali, but iqala wawulashwa and then you give whatever you like to say thank you, of which was not true. So the person didn't know the facts of how things worked. So how it works is which differs from us, because mina masangoma first, what happens is because mo isangoma utwasa, right? Utwasela umngoma. What happens is idlozi mele liyakubiza saying ngithembe ukuthi ngiyozibuyisa inkomo zikababa. Or ngiyozibuyisa inkomo that you are investing in ukwenza sure ukuthi what you need from initiation is obtained. Okay, so we are skipping inkomo, and obviously when I say inkomo, I do speak of the financial, that you pay for your initiation. So you pay for your initiation, everything you need in your initiation you pay for. Then after you've initiated, you're now a healer. You go home. You are home and you do your things that you need to do. Idlozi melikhuluma phezu kwempilo yakho lithi ngithembe ngizobuyisa inkomo zikababa, right? Lisafuna ukubhodla inkamba zayo. But what it does now is that once it starts going into the rhythm now of being on its own and not under ukobela, but being on its own and lisebenza idlozi, is that it needs to now return the investment that you had put in to your initiation. So zonke le inkomo lezi that owazkhipha uzikhiphela ukuthi ukwazi ukuthi uthwase and then bese uyabuyiswa ekhaya. Zonke lezo inkomo idlozi is watching and calculating accountant idlozi. Liyabala ukuthi okay enza yonke into. then bayasibuyisa ke inkomo zikababa wazikhipha ngokuzikhiphela ukuthi uyovusa idlozi lakini. All right. Isithunywa is different. Isithunywa does not invest anything in ukusiphakamisa, because as I said ukuthi mhlawumbe ukhipha leyo madlana depending on ukuthi what kind of isithunywa you have, right? Isithunywa sivuswa, I think, as I was explaining, like with this one, for example, sivuswa emanzini. The person that is doing it for you will know how to do it. But it first requires ukuthi uqale usolte kuqala. It requires for you to church unyakazisa. Then after the churching element, right, it will keep bubbling up as it should, and then umuntu okwenzisayo, whoever it is, will then know from there what to do. But livuswa emanzini. But you also need to know to so you need to remove as I said, I've said this like multiple times, you were living before you discovered ukuthi you are living and doing your things, you know, being intimate, ulala nabantu besifazane noma besilisa, you are doing you. So you need to get rid of all those spirits that you have gathered. Some people have had miscarriages, some people have had abortions, some people have had family members die and they never cleansed those things. So there are things like that that have happened. You've had people die, horrific deaths in the family. You know, you've had people commit like so there are things like that you first need to just rid yourself of, right? You need to then find God within you. So there's all those things that you need to first go through. Then lo muntu lona okulaphayo uzokwazi ukubona ukuthi okay, ususesimeni manje ke sisingakwazi ukuthi ke siyokwenza ukuthi nokuthi whatever that needs to be done for isithunywa sakho, because what makes it tricky, right, with umuntu onesithunywa esasemanzini or isithunywa esiphila ngamanzi, is that water is such it's a some mistress. It's a it's a what mistress, but basically amanzi awathembekile. Ngekwazi ukuthi today uma ufika emanzini ufice into enjani, or udinga isithunywa sakho sheshe sikutshela ukuthi kuzofika umuntu okanje odinga ukuya emanzini namhlanje, mutshela ukuthi ngeke niye emanzini namhlanje because of this, like, or this and this and this. So udinga isithunywa ukuthi kube isithunywa esigijima esisheshayo when it comes to things. So ulwandle is not having it. Alikufuna ulwandle there because of whatever reason. Uthi emfuleni umfula ufika ngamandla uyakhahlaza nje, into engenayo iyakhahlaza nento engenayo iyakhahlaza nje, yabo. We had somebody come in the weekend, this weekend. Yeah, before this weekend. And when you guys went semfuleni, what happened? It was a, by the way, we have the real tusis, those expensive tusis, the ones that are like intimbi ngempela. So they don't just move and shake. Yabo. Wenzalani kwavele kwenza insathi ngiyathanda. Yeah. So basephahla emanzini oshabalala uthusi la ginqala ngene emanzini without being touched, without being moved, without nothing. Okuveza inkinga ebezikhona. Yayibona. So isithunywa needs to understand all of those things. You know, so you can't just take umuntu osithunywa sasemanzini when they haven't been purified the way they need to be purified. Bese uthi uyobafaka emanzini, uyobaqhatha namanzi, uyobaqhatha nolwandle, uyobaqhatha nomfula, uyobaqhatha impophoma, because there are people that have died even in Popoming, where you've like twanje umuntu uhambile khona impophoma that we tend to go to here. I had a lady ask me, ngise checkers, wathi, please don't tell me, because we sasimanzi. Yes, we are coming from water. Huh? I mean, yeah. Okay, but anyway, every time we've basically come from Impopoma mhlampe siya esitolo, we'll have somebody without fail will ask us, ani kule mpopho kanje, and we're like, yeah, say it, but how do you guys like survive? Because like we know khona umuntu lapha ongadlani nawe, yabo kunomphathi wale mpophoma, you know. So nakhona you need to be very weary of more lapho umuntu onesithunywa sikanjalo, noma when you're dealing with umuntu onesithunywa sikanjalo, to ensure ukuthi we at the purest form, so that inhlaniya laphayana, because you really make sure ukuthi you've prayed najula nenzani, so that they literally are in the purest form. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. So you really want to make sure ukuthi you do not do any risks that person's life, because leso sithunywa sisuke sifuna umuntu in the purest form, so that izokwazi ukuthi yenze umsebenzi waso. Futhi lowo muntu loyo onesithunywa sikanjalo, they usually just need candles amhlophe. It can be 7, it can be even 14 white candles, just pure white candles, mhlawumbe ngabe 7 ngabe 14, depending on the person. So you see, when I'm saying things like this, where umuntu can need 7 candles or 14 candles, you can't help somebody through these videos. This is just to educate you and give you understanding as to what box you may fall under. But okay, oh yes, bengisaqhubeka nale point ukuthi ke, so with isithunywa, when somebody has obviously done lezinto that they need to do, and then they start helping people, isithunywa, the investment in doing izinto zesithunywa sabo is not as high as idlozi. So isithunywa kuthiwa liyakhanyiselwa. So usually you'll find abantu beyithunywa bahlola ngo-50 rand noma ngo-100 rand, abantu beyithunywa. Uyayibona lento. If somebody is purely isithunywa, purely umprofet or purely umthandazi, they usually balapha ngo-50 rand or 100 rand. Uyabo. So it's just to say ukuthi ngikhanyisela lengelosi le, but it doesn't really require anything of you. That's why esontweni uhlolwa mahala. Like uthola ukuthi usesontweni bese bayaprofeta for free, because isithunywa doesn't look for anything in return when it comes to healing other people. I had somebody when we were churching here come here, in church with us, ngamenzela amanzi, yabonto sawathandazela wahamba nawo akhona ukuthi amnike ibonakaliso, yabonto, and she didn't pay anything for it. So isithunywa sikanjalo, si functional that way. Idlozi does not, because idlozi invests in umsebenzi waso. Ukwenza umsebenzi wenkomo is not chum change. Ukwenza umsebenzi wembuzi is not chum change. Anything that you do, even izembatho zedlozi, is not cheap. It's not cheap. So it requires an investment, and it will return on that investment. But let me go back to my questions. Gogo, so I have isithunywa samanzi. I've been given things to use. Will they work without me going to the water? If my guides told me if I go to the water will take me. Yo, Mkulu, I have to say this. You have to, because Motu, you've been given things to use. I'm assuming Uti a healer gave them to you. I can't check whether something's gonna work or not, because at the end of the day, I'm a firm believer Uti lashwa la ulashwa khona. If kunga communicate kuwena ukuthi ulashwe lapho, then leave and find another healer. Don't use things with a question mark. The minute you have, almost like you entrap yourself ukuthi kungenzeka ukuthi singasebenzi, kodwa mshengu uzongichela, kodwa Jehova yangichela Nkosi yami umshengu awu. Siyachala phela la ekhaya ngoba wow, amademon asihlasele. People be trying to kill me. No, Bazalwane, I don't speak about these things because I know ukuthi idlozi ngihamba nalo ukuthi lugabhadiya. Yabo, I know ukuthi idlozi ngihamba nayo ukuthi hayi inkunzi ye-game, but wow, people be trying to kill us because of of these videos. So nje, I really hope you guys appreciate Ngampela how hard it is, because we literally don't talk about it, because I'm a firm believer ukuthi this is my problem. Idlozi guided me to help you guys and be able to give you true information, and give you authentic information. And if lithe angwenze lo msebenzi ukuthi ngiwenze lama video, then whatever happens, so be it. But the past few months have been hard, like so hard. And the worst thing, to then have dreams of even amatwasa akho, doing things behind your back. And for me, it's like almost like a question mark ukuthi, do those people like forget ukuthi mina nginedlozi ngiyaphuka, my kids dream like haya sabantwana bamoya, like in such an insane way. Yabo sabantwana bamoya, my 7-year-old dreams. She's, how old are you now, Tando? 7. Uzobana 8 next month. Yeah. Yeah, so my 8-year-old dreams. Oh, my number. 9. So my 9-year-old dreams, even my 9-month-old, boyzin, the day I got home, I'm off ramping, but yeah, yesterday, baby. When was I sick?
When it was Mother's Day.
No, sure, when it was Mother's Day. I want to on Mother's Day. No, when did you take the chocolates from Ubaba? Or later, and then guys got on me.
Chocolates?
Yeah, when you took the chocolates from Ubaba. No, it wasn't yesterday. No. Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. And Sunday. Literally, it was like 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So these are things that happen, but we push forward. We push forward and know that Goba Sinamadlozi, kukhona uNkulunkulu, and I've been called and I answered, and I'm going to continue to answer in all that I do. Again, we just don't talk about it and dwell on it so much, but we Tinama death threats don't come in letters or in WhatsApp chats. Our death threat come with an actual death threat where uthunyelwa ngesilwane esifike sithi boom, bese uyasikhathaza namanje losikhathaza ngayo. When we get death threats, it's literal, where you see, hey, what was that thing with the car that happened? All the nuts of the car were out, and then and you heard a weird noise. Yeah, this thing la person, and when you're driving, we keep hearing click, 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 click. And then as we like slow down, we like trying to hear what is this noise in the car, and then the noise just stopped, and then we're like, hi man, but we know we heard a noise, like we adamant, but we like, hey, there's a noise, but manja isakali noise, because we've clocked it. I literally said to Shabara, I'm like, hey Shabara, umoya wami uthi le moto, let's not go with it anyway to tomorrow. So what we're gonna do is tomorrow uzoyihambisa ka Dunlop. Without fail, uya ka Dunlop, get there. The nuts in the one wheel won't aweko. They had to bafase amasha, so you had to pay for that. And khona insimbi lapha ngaphambili ne. Ngaphambili ngemuva. Ingemuva. Khona insimbi lapha ngemuva that's bent. Yesondo ne. Yeah. So thina besifana siginqana emoto. These are things that happen. But we don't keep making noise, because siyazi namadlozi, and we know they shall deal with whatever, because abakwazi ukuthi basibeke la senze lo msebenzi siza abantu phinde futhi kube ibona abavuma ukuthi abathakathi bazosigila. Because even ukuphupha amathwasa, uthi khona amathwasa ayiphuma like aseneyilwane, and you sing there, you like, hey, onjandini madoda, izinja madoda, hambi ziyothatha iy'lwane, and we don't dwell on those things, because at the end of the day, we know ukuthi amadlozi asihamba nawo. Number one, both me and Ushabalala basebukhosini amadlozi ethu. That's the first thing. Secondly, kunabanye ababezinduna. Thirdly, there were others that were warriors. and trust and believe. Laba abaphatha le mkhonto that were warriors, they deal with situations. Asiphahli mahala, asiphahli thina kungamemeze emazulwini. Thina we are still those original sangomas that uthola ukuthi uzohlala ukhuleke kube nento ezothi yabona ke manje kuzizulu uthunyelwe kuwena and without fail uyalibona. Uyayibona lento. Ayikho into efihlelwayo kuthina. Even when Shabaya was going through the most with inhlolo and he couldn't see things, but when it was like it started coming through, without fail, he was able to see. Sifihla ngisho emanzini izinto zakho ukuthi zifihle emanzini, and you'd be able to see, no man, kunento efihle emanzini. So I knew for a fact ukuthi thina ayikho into esofihlelwa yona when it comes to people that come here and think ukuthi bazosihlaniphela bawo clever. Sakhula nathi in the hood, Shabakula in the hood. Mina, my family is from the hood. Some of them are from the hood. Some of them bayi gebengu, abanye are from Amakai. So ayikho into singayazi, ayikho impilo singayazi. Singakhuluma isingisi silapha ya, but we know what we need to know when it comes to people. So I would like you guys to please give us a due respect and stop chancing us, because lama message that we get, people trying to test us and people sending us messages that are inappropriate. We are not here for it. So ukuthi nisiza bandla ningalokhu nisivivinya nisilokotha. We have enough problems with abathakathi basemgababa. We don't need to add more drama from amatwasa that have left nemkhuba yabo, or even from people that are trying to test if we are healers. We are healers. If you don't need a healer from us, then please don't contact us. We're not about that. We love to live our peaceful life. Our kids go through enough with amatwas without having to add idrama yabantu that are trying to test us, you know. But okay, as Luleni, ngani
ukuthi maye emanzini uzohamba yini?
ayanga emanzini. Wait, what are you giving things to you? I think it pendulate. With the work without going to water, yes, they will. If you are shown that person who to, or if you go to that person, and you wise would know right for when, then yes, is in those and amanzi, you need people, please, can we just get to an understanding about this? Stop going to water without understanding. Because you go to water and either nyamosha, or you awaken sleeping things, or you go there and then you get yourself into trouble. Then in Vusula. So please, when you go to water, can you try and go with somebody, either if your church goes to water, go with your healer, or go with, like, I know there are a few people that have friends that are healers. Just be like, hey mngani, yazi ukuthi uyahamba amanzi, ngicela ukuthi bandla ungise, or whatever, but just don't go on your own, because it really is dangerous. Kubuhlungu when we hear people ukuthi hey kufa abantu abangaka. Yazi it was last year I had heard a group of people had died. I think then after hearing that, then I heard another person had another group of people had died behind just manje. Make sure you go with healers that are literally recently we went Siani Manzini Zod. Ne? Manzini, and we go to Isiba, right? I needed to do umsebenzi for Itwasalam. So Manzini, everything goes well. Then I'm like left with the question of, there was a time I needed to take that's the same twasa for cleansing. When we had gone there, I had gone with 2 of my other twasas. So now 3 of my twasas we at the water, we cleanse the first twasa, and then we cleanse the second one. That should have been red flags most. The red flags were there. Like eating at our feet. And I've been going to this Ziba for how long now? Since 2020. Yeah, since 2020. So 2020, 2021, 2022. Yeah. Lesa Ziba, mina and the umphathi walawo manzi, we have an understanding. We get there, if umphathi wamanzi idlozi lalaphana kulawo manzi is not happy for us to come and work, siyaphahla simncenge, and then we be quick about our business. If happy, I'm even able to bath, like masiqedile ukugeza ukusebenza ngikwazi ukuthi ngigeze lapha esibeni kahle ngiqhubeke nezinto zami, sikhe namanzi nje kube mnandi. So me and that dlozi have an understanding. Yeah, this was the first time we had things eating our feet. See, kahlele qhubeka idla inyawo, and we asking each other, what is that? And what's in it? Let us hide some fish. And we're like, hi man, but we know all the fishes in this ziba. That's how your fish. I must go back to some guys umsindo. You know what? I literally was like, you know what? Ngiyapuma. So we all just like ran and left. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. We ran. Like we laughed about it, but we ran out of that water because we knew Guti. This thing kept on making noise and coming closer. And like after like I think a few weeks, or no, it was like a week after that incident, I'm having a conversation, Mina Ushabalala and my other twasa, Lo Salan. She's about to graduate and become a fully fledged sangoma. So we're having a conversation. I'm like, man. Because of this twasa, izinto ahamba nazo, and the person that she was, bengekho right for lawa manzi. So we are being rejected because of one person. Yeah, so you have to understand, if ningekho clean, or if there's somebody ongekho clean, it can stain whatever that you guys are coming to do manzi. And if you're not smart to figure it out early, so we left lapaya, we left fast. Yeah, so people die from water. So please don't just go to water thinking it's gonna be okay. Because yes, for some people they can go to water, but there are people that go to water and and that's heartbreaking to hear. Bese kuba ngathi umuntu uyezwa kuthiwa hayi wayetshela umlaphi uthi anga emanzini. Mina, I will never advise you to go to water on your own. I'm not that healer. Yabo. And in demnandi ukuthi you guys know me by now ukuthi I don't say come to me. I say go to your healers. So it's not about you guys coming to me, but it's about ukuthi go to whichever healer you feel is going to help you. But don't just go on your own. And also lama cleanses when about 50 emanzini nyakezwa, I wouldn't advise for you to participate in those cleanses. Yeah. Hi Gabi, to other healers, because I'm not naming names, but all I'm saying is lama cleanses when about 50 emanzini nizogezwa umuntu oyi-1 or abantu or whatever, those cleanses that I've heard of are not blessed. I work right, so please don't participate in those things. Umlapi needs to go and cleanse you. I mean, I go and I cleanse my person, and when I'm done with my person, I'm able to see even mesemanzini umuntu ovuka umoya emanzini ngimgeza ngiyabona ukuthi hayi lo udinga ukuthi simenzele ukuthi or whatever, so that to appease this situation of this thing of going and you're just no one even cares, no one is even monitoring or whatever. So don't say umakhosana kanitshelanga ngihlezi nginithipisi ngibani babapha. Anyway, continuing on,
CC is next.
Oh, I'm unable to walk you through it. But if you go to, like, when you open my videos, right, go by the button evelayo eti join, and then I think from there you can choose the membership you'd like to join. Then you'll be able to join, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Sandra-sam.
Say the name, because you don't need to be special.
Oh no, I did say Usisi, Palusisi, if I'm saying it correctly. Thank you so much, Sago-sam. Yeah.
You send a link after it's done.
Okay.
Or ask me WhatsApp message.
Oh yes, please do send me a WhatsApp message. Thank you, Shama. Yeah, or send me a WhatsApp message, 081-548-4108, and then I will send you a link, and then maybe you can join directly from there as well. Okay. Thokoza Gogo, can I please ask ubona kanjani ukuthi manje isithunywa sesifuna ukuqhuma kuyenzeka yini sivale ezinhlanhleni? It can actually, depending ukuthi njengoba ngisho ukuthi kuyahluka mo nesithunywa sasekhaya nesithunywa sokusebenza. isithunywa sokusebenza, it will be very demanding of you. And then isithunywa sasekhaya, it won't be as demanding, but kuzoba nezinto ezikhombisa ukuthi kunezinto fanele uzenzele sona. Okay. Nokuthi ke within your question also ubona kanjani ukuthi sifuna ukuqhuma. It's not something I can really explain because kuyahluka person by person. But isithunywa, you also have to note something about it. Isithunywa siyakhuluma vividly, more so than idlozi. Yabo. Isithunywa, it's almost like umuntu ophilayo that's right next to you, or hlapha uthola ukuthi ukhuluma la. So either ukhuluma la, or it feels like it's somebody right next to you, or it feels like somebody is right in your ear, ukhuluma endlebeni uthi kukanje. That's why you'll find especially now, I know this amongst izangoma as prophetai. So nabathandazi or abaprofeti, like normal abaprofeti nje, they do this as well. But in Vamisa, I found this a lot when it comes to zangoma ezne ithunywa. When they speak, they'll be speaking very fast. So bazothi umuntu omdala uthi kanje. Umuntu omdala uthi mengibuza ukuthi ingani isimo sikanje uthi abesethi umuntu omdala ukuthi mengibuza ukuthi ke mekuhamba kwaba kanje kungenza kani ukuthi kuvimbeke lesi simo bese ke athi umuntu omdala yabo kube ngathi they are asking the question. When they ask the question, then somebody answers and then they respond to you. That's why umthandazi, you need to be umuntu obambayo fast, because in Vamisa they will have the conversation with themselves out loud. So they'll be like, this is what's happening, and when I ask why this is happening, umtomdala uti. They usually refer to ingelosi yabo ukuthi umtomdala. Ithunywa zodwa, they usually say ingelosi yezulu. Yabo. Ingelosi yezulu, because they usually refer to isithunywa sabo as an angel, and just purely an angel. So ingelosi edabuka ezulwini instead of ingelosi yasekhaya. So when you speak of like ingelosi yasekhaya, then we would obviously, some people would understand it as idlozi. But when ukhuluma ngeithunywa kuphela, they usually say ingelosi yezulu ithi. That's usually their language. So it's because this person is very communicative. They bakhuluma fast. So if isithunywa sakho sifuna ukuqhuma ngokuphelele, kunezinto eziwenzeke engathi ziyashesha, then you know ukuthi sisihamba manje sifuna uvuke sisebenze, usivuke senze umsebenzi waso. Uyayibona lento lesi sibizelwe sona, lesi esikubekile ukuthi nathi nibambisane kuona. Uyayibona. So I hope that is clear. Asanda lo mbuzo. How will you know, Ephraim Kumalo ne? Toza Goga, how will you know when isithunywa and idlozi are working together? Okay, in Vamisa, and this is a struggle, in Vamisa, idlozi and isithunywa actually don't work together. Because there's a power struggle. Uguti, one wants to be the dominating spirit, uguti meaning sebenzai. And then the other will be the lesser spirits. Engati iyathoba. In Vamisa, isithunywa sithobayo. But you do have instances, like uThwasa ugogo, isithunywa sakhe was more dominating than idlozi. Like idlozi beliza ngemuva. But when that happened, it was causing internal fights within herself. So in Vamisa basebenzisani, that's why umlapho wakho fanele enze a process ukubahlanganisa. Uyabona, kodwa process efanele enze ukuhlanganisa imimoya yakho. Hence why also you'll find le zangoma eziba nethunywa as well, and uthola ukuthi akuhlanganisiwe. They keep showing you ubuhlali. Uyayibona lento obuthile, and by the way, this is subjective. angikhulumi ngobonke ubuhlali kumuntu umefaka ubuhlali ukuthi ithinta esithunyweni no, that I was saying ukuthi sidinga ukudonsa ithunywe kanje because zicindezelekile because of whatever reason, and that comes from communication within that person. So hence why I'm saying these issues are subjective, but kunobuhlali, like I think I made an example of myself before ukuthi I had to wear ubuhlalo blue because idlo zami laliphezulu kakhulu, right? But at the same time, nesithunywa siyagijima. So now there's a power struggle between the two because bafuna ukuphatha, and even worse, idlozi that was dominating me at the time, leli dlozi leli belinesithunywa nalo, yabo. So now leli dlozi lithi mina nginesithunywa nedlozi, so what is the need for me to listen to that person, yabo? Kanti noma hade bakazibekile phansi naye ufika nokwakhe ethi umntwana unalokhu nalokhu nalokhu because of me, or ubona ngale ndlela because of me, so now how can you say I'm irrelevant? Uyayibona? So it became like a very intense power struggle. So kwaba nomsebenzi kufanele ukuthi mangwenze, and then I was also dreaming of ubuhlalo blue ozokhona ukuthi umlekelele ugogo akwazi ukuthi naye azibambe, uyayibona lento, akwazi ukuthi le situation eyenzakalayo between yena nedlozi lami, yabo, ikwazi ukuthi ilekeleleke, ne? So that's what was happening. So when there's a situation like this, you need to, the person that is healing you, that person should know what to do for you in order ukuthi ahlanganiseke leso simo leso. I recently had to do the same thing with uthwasana wami, ukuthi ngihlanganise imoya yakhe ukuze ikwazi ukuthi isebenzisane, and she's been quite peaceful these days, so hopefully it will continue so. Yeah, all right. Then Kosnam Sode, good information nkulu asigadele wena iqinibonga kakhulu khehla lami. I'm a firm believer ukuthi God has got me, ingelosi have got me, and it's because ngisebenza ngeqiniso. Like I'm one person that I tell people all the time, I've never been in a position where my ancestors have let me down. Abavuma ukuthi ngilambe, abavuma ukuthi ngiswele. Ever since ngathatha ikhwama zabo, they've ensured my life, they've ensured my safety, they've ensured my kids' safety, they've ensured my husband, and we've been okay. So I'm a firm believer ukuthi soba right. But obviously imthandazo yenu will continue to help. Always pray for me, because nami ngiyanikhulekela and ngisiza nina la. So yes, continue to pray for me. Indawo enono always, ekodwa bazalwane ngiyatype nani ngiyangiconfuse. Thokoza gogo, I have isithunywa also indiki nendawo eninono. Always heard isithunywa is high, supposed to go to the sea, be alive in prayer, don't like medicine. I think I understand what you're saying. Yeah, my thing, right? I'm just gonna make a comment of this. Ukuthi unesithunywa nendiki nendawo nenono. You know, whoever's gonna help you, pray very deeply ukuthi kube umuntu when you go to them, idlozi lakho or umoya yakhe ikhuluma ukuthi this is a person. Because Pella, you're not gonna dream of all your things. Okay, I'm back. There you go. All right. So yeah, you're not gonna dream of your Gobela all the time. You're not gonna be able to always have visions or see them in dreams or whatever. But sometimes when you go to a healer, kuba nento ekhuluma inside of you ukuthi this is the person that's gonna help you. Pray that you find somebody that has knowledge, because based on what I've heard other healers say, or I was told by somebody the definition of indi neendao, no, trust and believe. There are people that don't know what they are talking about. They don't know what indigi is. They don't know what indawo is. They don't know what inon is. Because here's the thing. Kunomdzawo, nomdawo. You know? So differentiating between the two is so important. So ungenzi into ephambene. Kunomdzawo, of which is umoya lo owenza abantu bathwasa othokoza. Then kunomdawo, which indigi nendawo falls under emakhosini. Yabo? And this thing of what people are doing, of which I will never understand. I'm not going to really comment on it, but I don't understand it. Of going from Gobela to Gobela, initiating this here, and then initiating that there, and then going there and initiating that. Angilazi idlozi elihamba imizi yabantu. Angiyazi inkosi ehamba igqagqa isuka la iyokhothama kwenye inkosi iphinde iyokhothama kwenye inkosi iphinde iyokhothama kwenye inkosi. Idlozi once lathwasa laphothula lathi ngingumngoma lathi sengiziphethe manje. Trust and believe. It will never then go back and start from scratch kumunye umlaphi, because that means fanele uqale phansi uyogoba uyokhothama kwenye inkosi. Uyayibona lento uyinkosi manje usuyokhothama kwenye inkosi usuyoguqela kwenye inkosi. You can always guqela ugobela wakho because that is your parent, because even inkosi self iyamhlonipha uma wayo yabo uNdlonkulu. But I don't understand. I still need somebody to help me understand. Umuntu athwase la ekhaya asuke la ekhaya ayothwasa kamakhelwane aqeda ukuthwasa amakhelwane aphinde ayothwasa. Hey bazalwane, that thing is so dangerous. And then umuntu athi angisebenze edlozini or idlozi lami alisakwenza ukuthi kodwa lalenza ukuthi. Nihambe ndrop off amadlozeni emzini yabantu, nihambe nenzi ibizwa ngani nihambe niplanta kodwa nje nihambe niplanta and it's idlozi lelo liyosebenza nini ke liyovusa nini ikhwama liqhube lokho libizelo kona. We need to stop playing about this thing, because hence why even mina I've had ithwasa kamya liyathwasa la but watching videos from another healer, and I'm like, but then why are you here? Idlozi lakho alikwazi ukukuletha la but safuna ukuthi ulokhu uzwa impande yomunye umuzi ukuthi impande yomunye umuzi inyakaza kanjani. Yabo, if lifuna impande la ekhaya then lizowenza okwala ekhaya. Melifuna impande yomunye umuzi then lizoya kulowo muzi. It will never keep eating here and eating there and eating there because it's dangerous. And idlozi liyakwazi lokho. Yabo, same thing namathwasa angaphothulanga la ekhaya. Yabo, ithwasa liphothulanga la ekhaya cabanga ukuthi liyoqhubha nje emzini womunye umuntu bese litshela ukuthi hayi no, everything will be fine. Mase idlozi lakhe lingasasebenza ngendlela afanele lisebenza ngayo bese cabanga umlapho wakho ophuphile ezothi hayi waphushiswa yilesa sangoma. Kanti it's your actions. Edlozini you need to go into izinto zedlozi with understanding of what you are now going to go do. And I don't mean understanding like uyazi ukuthi okay ngiyothwasa ukuthi ngiyokwenza ukuthi, no, like understanding ukuthi I'm going to go commit myself in whatever I'm going to go do there, and I'm going to finish it. The same way, I had 2 gobelas. I went to my first gobela and ngaphothula what I needed to pothula, and I realized lo muntu lo ukuthi fine usangithwebula uganga ngami. I left ngiphothulile. I didn't leave ngisale nginzila. Uyayibona? Because trust and believe, another healer can't cleanse that. Another healer can't cleanse you ujombe inkamba. Uyabo. Hence why I've said ukuthi mina, I advise people all the time, and I've said this on so many of my videos, live where you are in a peaceful manner, because you never know when idlozi lakho says, you know what, go back to that person. Because as I said, I think I've dreamt of one of my initiates coming back, and I've been praying ever since ukuthi God give me the strength to forgive this person, because angazi ngambhekela ubani, because of how they left here. And to make it clear so that angabi confused umuntu ayitshela ukuthi uyena, not the one ayixoshade, not lo wahamba ngo 2-3 in the morning, cha hayi loyo. But I've had a few twasses not graduate here, and it's just heartbreaking when you know how somebody left and you think of the disrespect that they did when they left, and now Idlos Lako comes back and says, I actually need you to forgive this person because this person belongs like higher. And ayikimpanda yoyidla edlula leya like high. Idlos Lako lidingale. It is so humbling. I cried the whole day, so stressed out. Ngaze ngabiza my other twasa, I'm like, how am I going to do this? Yabo. But nasi isithunywa sami is saying, forgive this person. But hey, because in Nedlozi, it's like, hi, but this person was Australia, you know? And it's so hard. Idlozi will humble you. If you haven't come to understand that, I pray for you so deeply to understand ukuthi ungashi umoshile kaGobela, because njengami mina uGobela wami was literally trying to kill me. Engithwebule efuna ngibe yishushu emsamo wakhe, efuna ukuthi ngibe ninja emsamo wakhe ezokwazi ukuthi ayithume ngibe isilwane. That's what my Gobela was doing to me. My first Gobela. Literally doing that to me, and the way engangimthanda ngakhona, I loved my Gobela so much for her to have done that to me. But I left, ngimnika into zakhe, ngamnika izipho zakhe, all that I needed to give her as a child, owangene umntwana wakhe. And I did that. Ngahamba. Today, if I call that Gobela, she won't know what's up. I came up with something, you know, and I left. And we're not on bad terms. So if anything happens today that says I must go back to that person, the door is open, I can go back. Second Gobela, same thing. She did me dirty. Wangenza gabi ezinye izinto. But angishiyange ngimoshile, angishiyange ngimdelelile, angishiyange ngikhulume kabi kuyena, angishiyanga nje ngimoshe ngashiya ku upside down. Ngashiya ngimphothulile, ngimnikile inkomo zakhe, ngenze konke ngambathisa. Ngenza lokho kufanele kwenzule umntwana mengene edlozini. I did all of it. Ngasonta ngisho esontweni lakhe. Ngasonta ngakhonza nabo. So I did all that I was meant to do as umntwana wedlozi. So if idlozi lami today says, ngidinga uphindela kulwa mlaphi to go do 1 and 2 and 3, the door is open. Yabo. Lento yenu ukuthi nishiyeni ifokofisene nabalaphi, and it's such a mashwa that you can't even begin to understand. Amabadi idlozi nesithunywa wants somebody that is respectful. You're gonna have problems nedlozi lakho, you're gonna have problems nesithunywa sakho because anikwazi ukugobela abantu, anikwazi ukuguqa. To be successful in this thing will humble you. Asigqoke lezi zinto asihloniphisi because you know asithandi nathi ukuba. But the truth is idlozi wants you to thoba. Ngisho ukuthi kubhlungu, ukuthi yo, this thing is killing me, but uthobe, uguqe, uhloniphe. I've had people come into isigodlo sami and be so disrespectful to the point where I literally want to take off izembatho and punch them. Ngibatrape. I was even saying to Itwasalam, no man, fanele ngibuyise imvubu. I used to have imvubu in the car. But then I know ukuthi I can't find myself doing such things. Idlozi will humble you. You have to make the choice between ukuphilela umoya nokuphilela inyama. You can't dish up for both. You can only dish up for one. So either you dish up for your spirituality or you dish up for your life on earth. And if you're going to dish up for your life on earth, then prepare for the problems that come with that. If you're going to dish up for your spirituality, give it all that you are. I am so blessed in my life that I've actually realized I'm one of the few healers that has no need to go and ngiyolanda isigubu. I have no need to go and ngiyolanda ilwane because idlozi lami takes care of me. And Idlos Lami takes care of my kids. Idlos Shabalala takes care of him. And Idlos Lake takes care of our kids. We have given our lives to this. To the point where my mom has even fully and wholeheartedly out as a sangoma. And I think I've done a video with my mom where she said she was just not okay with this life. She didn't want it for us. But ngoba uyabona ukuthi liyaphila kumina liyenza lokho ekufanele ukuthi makwenze, she's now accepted it and it now brings her joy. So please go into this with understanding. Don't open Gucci. You cannot commit to everything that will come. Push you to the limit where you're but anyway, towards Gogo, for people living outside the motherland, how can they pagamisa isithunywa? Gogo, I think you would need to have sessions. Also, was a step by step in what to do. Like organize even prayer sessions, organize this ukuthi ushayele isigubhu, and not isigubhu lesedlozi, because igubhu ziyahluka. Kunesigubhu lesifika sishawe a beat yedlozi bese kuba khona ibeat yesithunywa somthandazo. I don't know if you can
Ingoma lezi ezayona basically.
ingoma zezayona, yeah. But yeah, so the beats are different. So sometimes you need to actually arrange maybe umuntu ozobe kwenzisa actually say like literally take you through like step by step in understanding what you need spiritually when it comes to isithunywa sakho. But unfortunately, there are things that are going to need you to be physically with your healer. So if you ever come down to the motherland, then was okay, I'm going to come down on this day and I'm going to be able to do a cleanse or whatever and do what I need to do. I'm going to spend like a week or 2 weeks there and then go back. In Teranjal, you'd have to make adjustments within your life. But there's a lot that can be done when it comes to isithunywa without you being physically there, and just doing sessions like prayer sessions, singing, basically like churching, but obviously you do it online. Yeah, but when there's in that will need you to physically come to the motherland, okay. Okay. Yeah, Clown Boy Ephraim asked a good question. I've got isithunywa, but I'm also dreaming of being in a trance. Power struggle is real. No, power struggle is real. When it comes to imimoya, imimoya yedlozi nesithunywa, it helps when idlozi lakho is also isithunywa sakho. But I found with a lot of people now, especially through I found with a lot of people, especially through various people, nongatwa sekaya and so forth, and all those things, that people end up having more than one spirit. So then, speaking of which, now that I'm coming to the end of my video, I've spoken for a very long time. On Saturday, I will do a video on izinto zedlozi. I think I explained. Now, in this video, somebody had asked me ukuthi angikhuluma indaba yomhlanganiso nani when it comes to as a person, umntwana wedlozi, and then your partner and so forth. So I will speak on that, as well as izidliso, so relationship. There's various names for it. Idliso, what's that other name for it? What's that other name for it? Oh, Yazio, can they quickly type it and let me know? Korobela. Korobela, there's another name for it. Yeah. What's that?
The sugar end.
Oh, okay. Korobela. Yeah, so Korobela, Ntando, all those things. I'll be speaking on that on Saturday. Because I think it's very important that you guys are aware, like fully aware of repercussions of that. And I'm also very tired of everybody asking me privately, thinking ukuthi I'm dodge ukuthi I speak one way and then I do other things. Me, I don't give idliso, but I do want to give you guys understanding and the background when it comes to idliso. And hence why some of you guys are falling into the trap because of izinto ey'ndala zayikhulunywa. So I'm going to break everything down. But ngibonga kakhulu bazalwane, thank you so much. You know, for continuously supporting me, praying for me, praying with me, going on this journey with me, supporting my channel, becoming members. Thank you so much. And yes, you guys can shop for AMA products, AMI online on www.makosithandi.co.za. Impande collections, or let me know if you want send ithombe for male clothes or leza abantu besifazane or leza ama couple. So yeah, everything's now available. Thank you so much for supporting me. Sikhule nje in this Impande family that we have, that we've created with you guys. So ngibonga kakhulu kukho konke enikwenzayo nokuthi ningilalele. Just quickly, somebody had asked, somebody had asked ukuthi mogunda, mopupu gundi kanda, what does it mean? I remember I heard a voice note once of somebody having a dream of upupe gundi kanda, and some healer told them what it means, new beginnings. Yo, basalane badlala nganabalaphi benu. Ugundi kanda is such a bad omen. Like, it's such a bad omen. Because also, let me just quickly remind you guys on one thing, right? One thing. It's daily we love you. Ndizo kuqelela amandla asezinyweleni. That is a healer, or that is as Africans, as a indle mnyama, amandla ethu aseyinweleni. When you want to cut your hair, basic rule, uyaphahla ucele wabadala uthi ucela ukugunda. And I'm speaking on a spiritual level, right? You phahla, you ucele ukuthi ugunde inwele zakho. Then if they don't have an issue, they will show you, or there's a way they'll show you that it's fine. Then you go and you cut your hair. But we do not cut our hair. So if you dream of you cutting your hair or somebody cutting your hair, that means khona umuntu ozama ukuthi aqede amandla akho, khona umuntu ozama ukuphuca amandla akho. Never ever ever think it's okay to cut your hair in a dream. Usuku uphuca amandla, you being weakened. When you dream of you cutting your hair, uphupha ugunda, khona umuntu ozama ukuqeda amandla akho, khona umuntu ozama ukwenza ukuthi ube weak, khona umuntu ozama ukuthi agange ngawe nokungokwakho, athole izinsila zakhe ezinzima. Amandla la anzima kabi. That's why as healers, what do we also have? We have imiyeko. And then remember the old healers, they put the thing, uvale la, uvale nobuso, you shake your head, ubongo, ukhulume nabakini, ubabuze bafike nempendulo. Lento ukuthi manje siyachopha sishama hairstyle, shayo zigzag lana se, hey, sabalaphi? I don't know if your Lozi is fine with it, but all I know is as healers, that is not our department. Because even me, like guys, if I had to show you, I haven't done my hair, like my afro is just in J. I have to pray so hard when I have to go to a salon. And if I go to the specific salon that I go to, if the person that does my hair is not there, then I don't do my hair. So I always do my hair at home. Utasawami does my hair, or Ushabalala does my hair. Umkulu actually has learned to do my hair because we have a problem with people touching our hair. My child, you can't, none of my kids allow you to even, my boy doesn't even allow you to touch his face. His face is a problem. So please, don't ever think dreaming of cutting your hair is a good thing. That can't interpret dreams, because you're going to find yourselves in trouble. But I've spoken long enough. Again, ushabalala nakho ke phone.
It's a request, man.
I'll also do a video about the dangers of hopping from healer to healer. All right, I'll do that because wow, hope shame. Spiritual hopping. You hear? So yes, ngibonga kakhulu bazalwane, please don't forget to support my channel and join as members. I think the cheapest one in Mashabala, let me read it out. I think it was on that phone.
I don't think so.
It was. I think the cheapest one was like 20 rand or something. Yeah, there it is. I think it doesn't, it's not showing the price. Yeah, but I think the cheapest one is like 20 rand or something like that. Of course. It's okay, yeah, it's not showing the price. It's either like, yeah, I think it's like 20 rand or something like that. So it's actually quite cheap. So please do go support. Uthando is so appreciated. Kube kuhle kube mhlophe. Ngithi amen nje kwabazalwane unina nonke ngiphakamisa izandla ngiyaphatha nje ngithemba Nkosi. I say